Hey everybody, Wayne here. In today's Recon, I'm taking a look at Alliance, a 1 to 7 player Napoleonic block wargame published by Columbia Games. Alright, first off, Columbia Games did provide this review copy. Alliance multiplayer Napoleonic wargame. Actually 1 to 7 players. It does have a solitaire component that I've looked at, but let's save that for a little bit later when we look at the rules. So here we have very thick, heavy box. It's stuffed full. You guys are going to see in a minute here. So look at the back quick. Alliance is a multiplayer or solitaire strategic wargame of the Napoleonic Wars, 1804 to 15. Yep, 1 to 7 players. You can see the map there. 2 to 8 hours depending on the scenario. Design, Bruce McFarlane and Tom Grant, of course. 22 by 34 mounted map, 130 wooden blocks, 42 command cards, and some markers, rules, and dice. All right, let's open her up here. So, as always, I do film in 4K. So, if you see something you like, make sure that you check the gear icon in the bottom right. Make sure it is set to 4K viewing, and then you can go ahead and just pause it if I go through something fast. All right, so no slipcover, right? This is a latest release from Columbia Games, so it has just more of a traditional, thick, heavy box. No slipcovers. Here you can see blocks. So, of course, Alliance, like all Columbia Games, is a block war game. Oh, block war games. Here we go. So you do have the joy of stickering them yourself. I'm not going to open it up. We're just doing a quick look at everything, quick little kind of recon, little preview of everything. So different colors for the seven different factions involved. All right, we have 4 dice, nice good sized dice. The cards, which we will look at momentarily. A catalog, just showing you what other goodies you can get from Columbia Games. The rules, we'll take a quick look at those. Like all Columbia Games, block games that I've played or seen, fairly light rule set. More than maybe some of the easier games, right? Maybe a couple extra pages, but definitely not a large rule set. So all the way to the very back here, 12 pages. And this last page is the index, along with the solitaire rules. So, which I will cover after we kind of talk about the game a little bit. All right, front page. So full color, of course, 3 columns. Once again, if there's anything I haven't covered, you can pause, take a look at. We go ahead and see the different block types, armies, you have artillery, fleets, Columbia Games, war games. Obviously, you're going to have your combat factors. The blocks will be rotated, right? So say right here is infantry, 4, 3, 2, 1, and with a firepower determining when they fire in the top corner there. Oh, here we go. Not trying to learn the game from this video or anything like that. Not trying to teach it. We're just taking a quick look at kind of what you get in the rules here. So yeah, here you go. So the last page of the rules looks like is on page 8. So 8 or less pages of rules. And then you get in, as we get into the different scenario setups for the different years. Okay. We have the stickers that you will lovingly be placing on top of your blocks. Once again, pause it if you need to. Take a closer look. Napoleon. What a handsome man there. Here we go. Different nations, different colors. They'll look very, very clear from here. They should look clear to you guys as well. I think they'll stand out pretty well on the board and on the different blocks. Okay, then we have a counter sheet. So we're talking about the gold, right? The gold you collect for controlling certain areas here. Gotta love that. And some control markers. See, they're double-sided. So nice thick cardstock or cardboard here, and individually die cut. So they're going to pop right out. You're not having to, clip anything like that. Ooh, game board. Before we do the game board, let's go ahead and open up these cards. Nice thing about the cards, they do have that quick open right there. Boom. Take them right out. Throw your plastic on the floor. Hope you don't get yelled at by the wife or anybody else. And there you go. You have your cards out here. So each of the cards for the different colors for the different different nations. 1 up to 42. So numbered cards, numbers in the top left. You're going to have, you know, some really nice little artwork on here. Historical artwork, the dress, see, you know, look at this Ottoman line infantry. You gotta love that. There you go. Oh, looks beautiful here. So, you know, depending on the game mode, whether you're playing multiplayer, choosing what actions you're gonna be taking, or if you are playing solitaire. Oh, and then you have your leaders here. So, for the different, obviously, like I said, the different different nations with their colors. And then you have your leaders with their different special abilities here. I'm throwing them all over the place. They are a real nice quality. They look like they are a little bit smaller than a standard, you know, poker size card. So I think they're a little thinner than that. See if I can get out a standard size card here in a sec, but they are a nice linen finish as well. If you can see that, kind of look at it like that, you can kind of get a glimpse of that linen finish. Really nice quality, nice thick, and they do have that lovely cover art on the back as well. All right, so I set all the nation cards out here so you guys can take a look at them. Obviously, when you're playing, it's just one deck of cards that are shuffled up, handed out. You know, you use your cards, right? Each year, any card you get will be worth 3 action points for, you know, your actions you're taking. If it is a card of your nation, then it's worth 4, right? So you get an extra little bonus for there. And if you have a leader, you can use them for diplomacy. They give some other bonus as well. So we'll go ahead and compare the size, by the way. I got out a Magic the Gathering card, standard size. Here you have our good friend Napoleon here. And you have a Magic the Gathering card. So height-wise, it looks either really close, maybe slightly bigger on the Columbia Games card. Actually, it is a little bit bigger, but then the Magic card is wider. And again, the Magic the Gathering card should be considered the sort of standard playing card, standard poker size card. Very, very common in the majority of games. So, yep, again, looking at the Columbia card and comparing it here, you can see it's going to be a little taller. If I can actually keep it totally straight here and good, yep, be a little bit taller, but then the standard card will be a little wider. Okay, I love the artwork on it, by the way. I really like how the cards look. And then the borders and the colors looks really good here. So, okay, let's set up the map and look at that. All right, I have the maps set out here, and it is, as I talked about before, a full mounted map. So nice, thick, good quality map here. Mine's not laying 100% flat. I'll probably just have to put, you know, a couple games or a couple books out overnight, something like that. Maybe backfolded. Like, be careful with the backfold. You don't want to snap the panels off. So, looks good. Everything's very clear. We have our year/turn track here in the top left. Alliance from Columbia Games. Different nations, their colors, again, very clear. Going to, you know, match up with your cards here, right? And your different nations. I won't do all of them, don't worry. You have, you know, the bordered areas moving from area to area. You have victory point locations. You have gold locations. Let's see. It's the gold icon. So sea gold /VP out in the ocean there. Victory cities. Blue stars. Yep. Okay. Yeah, everything's pretty clear. I like the look of the map. So obviously it's a block game, 1 to 7 players. 2 to 7, you've got, it's Fog of War. It's a block game, right? Those blocks, you have them right facing away from you, hopefully, or semi-hidden in some way that you're not able to see everything that's going on. This game has a solitaire component, though, and I said I would talk about it. I want to talk about it quick. So very light on the rules, of course, with the solitaire aspect. I mean, the overall rules aren't too heavy anyway. Very light on the rules, but what's kind of interesting is what you do is you set everything up, and then you take all the cards and you shuffle them together. So you set everything up, right, for an initial setup. And then what you do is you draw a card, and whatever card you draw, whatever color, whatever nation that is, you then control them for 1 turn. And you're going to try to capture as many areas, accrue as many victory points as you can. So that's the point of the game, right? Capturing areas, accruing victory points, and then comparing. And then there's a couple sudden death victories you can have. But again, I'm not going to go into the entire way to play the game here right now, right? I'm just kind of talking about a little bit in the components and the different aspects of it. So you play it for 1 turn, try to accrue as many victory points. You go ahead at the end of your turn, whenever you're done with your actions, okay, you're done. Discard that card, draw another one. So maybe it's the same, nation, make it a little easier, kind of keep a little steamroll, or, oh, what do you know, now you got a new nation you just drew. And again, you're not relying on necessarily what the card is, you're relying on the color, what nation that is. You now control them. Oh, yep, so I control Britain now. Now I have to try to begin to work my way. And what you do then is you reveal, or you turn those blocks to face you. And then when you're done, before you discard the card, or when you do, go ahead and put everything back so you can't see. It's going to add up that Fog of War. Yes, you've seen them before, but at the same time, you're going to, well, if you're like me anyway, you're probably going to forget what exactly is going on in most areas. So creates a fun little way that keeps, core rules, keeps the game as is, doesn't create an elaborate solo bot or anything like that. So it is more on the simple side, obviously, but it gives you a way kind of play the game differently, where you're just accruing victory points turn to turn, depending on who you control, and then you add up your score, and you're going to kind of be competing against yourself on, hey, what's your high score that you can get, and compare to past games you've played. So that's the solitaire aspect to Alliance. All right, I think that's it for my recon here. I think you guys got a pretty good idea. This is Alliance, a 1 to 7 player strategic block war game from Columbia Games. I'm excited to take a look at this one. I should be looking at the solitaire part of it, hopefully soon. Yep, hopefully I can take a look at it soon. And oh man, there's actually a lot of components. I'm losing them, throwing them all over the place here. All right, here we go, guys. Let me know if you have picked up a copy, what you think of it, or what you think of my video. Comment below. Of course, if you made it this far, appreciate a subscription, thumbs up, comments. All that's good. So until next time, everybody, later.